Live chat is an incredibly important service for survivors looking for information and support. It's one of the only digital services available to women who are experiencing domestic abuse. Our experience of running the live chat has been challenging but incredibly rewarding, and we can hear that from the women who use that service in terms of how important that is. As we've seen from running the service now for a period of months, it's often the first step that women can take to seek information and support. The staff that work on live chat are incredibly experienced and qualified and incredibly dedicated to the work that we do. Survivors using the service come in all different age ranges and backgrounds and ethnicity. It's been quite a surprise over the period of the 3 months that we've been running this service. It's been a real surprise actually who is accessing that service. The response we receive are forever grateful, and also the feedback that we've been receiving from survivors is their only wish is that it would be open for longer. The reason why we can't extend the opening hours is we just haven't got the funds available to resource it. I'm concerned if we don't receive further funding for that service that the service will go, and that would be an absolute tragedy because we know that there's a high demand for the service and a great need. If someone is considering donating to the live chat, they would be helping hundreds and thousands of other women being able to access information support that they desperately need.
Hello, I'm Pauline. I'm delighted to be supporting the Skillshare event arranged by Frankie. I'm going to be teaching Pilates, and this is a free session for everybody who want to support women's aid and respect for men. I think it's a very important charity, so I'm delighted to be able to help. So we're going to start today with standing poses in Pilates. So first of all, we're going to set up good posture. I'd like you to put your feet together, toes are level so that not one foot is in front of the other. Take the feet out to 10 to 2, lift up onto the heels and put the heels down, and that will be your normal hip distance apart. If you look down, the second toe is under the knee is under the hip, then the hip is under the shoulder. Roll the shoulders down, stand tall with your hands facing the sides of your trousers, pull your tummy in slightly, and then just simply close your eyes and circle your nose about the size of a grapefruit. So here we're just trying to mobilise the top joint between the neck and the skull. Go the other way. Of course, if it doesn't suit you to have your eyes closed, you can keep them open, but it's good to keep them closed if you can, because it starts to turn on the brain and what they call proprioceptors, or which way up we are. Back to centre, open your eyes, look to the right and the left. Look a little bit more slowly than you would do, say, crossing a road. And go around a little bit further than you would do normally in normal life. Don't worry if it will sound a bit crunchy and crackly at this stage in the neck. That's quite normal. We're just warming up the neck. And we're back to centre. Next, I'd like you to take the chin forwards as far as possible, as if you were trying to peer at the screen, and then bring the chin all the way back. So the chin stays level, the head is level, and then you bring the chin all the way back. So this is neck retraction, so forward and back. When you come back, just pause for a moment. The reason why this is good is because we spend a lot of time looking at our devices, tablets, computers, TV, and the neck muscles get long at the back. You might have noticed some people, their head is forward of their body. That's because the muscles of the neck have lengthened. So go back and stay in the centre. Roll the shoulders back and down. Now take one ear to your shoulder, and the opposite hand push away, and then nod your chin slightly. You might feel a stretch down through the side of the neck. Take a deep breath in, exhale, chin to your collarbone. Back in. Other side. So just find your stretch, just nod your head slightly, don't let the chin drop down. Push away with the other hand slightly behind you. Feel a stretch down through the neck. Take a deep breath in, exhale, chin to collarbone. Back to centre. Now we're going to place the hands onto the shoulders, and I'd like you to just take your shoulder round to the front while keeping your nose still, so the nose is still here, and then rock gently the other way, nose is still in the centre. So it's as if you were trying to show me on something on the top of your shoulder. And just go side to side, very gently. You might hear some noises here as well. Some people say to me it sounds a little bit like sandpaper or a squelch. All we're doing here is moving the top part of our back and the lower part of our neck. So the head stays still, so the upper spine is just rotating as we move our shoulders from right to left. Good. Back to centre. Roll the shoulders down and back. Take the shoulders all the way up to the ears and drop them. And again. And last time. Drop. Next is Pilates breathing. Place your hands on your ribs. Just simply breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth as if you were blowing out candles. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale, blow. Keep repeating that. Now as you do that, try and see if when you breathe in, your hands go out to the side. Try not to breathe up here into the collarbones. Try and breathe more into the ribs and let them breathe sideways or laterally. So deep breath in. Exhale, blow. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull the belly button in at the same time as if you're trying to take it away from your t-shirt. When you breathe in, you relax. When you breathe out, pull up the pelvic floor as if you're trying not to pass water. Breathe in and relax. Exhale, pull up the pelvic floor as if you're trying not to pass wind. Lift. Men and women have a pelvic floor, so gentlemen, please do that as well. Breathe in and relax. When you breathe out again, blow, pull the belly button away from your t-shirt, lift the pelvic floor, lift and squeeze, and release down. Breathe in, 8 fast contractions, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. So that's Pilates breathing. Try to practice that in the session, but if it's too complicated or a bit of a faff, just breathe normally, just breathe. Next, place your hands onto your hip bones. You should be able to feel them on the front here, and also on the side, right about here. The pelvis is a big bowl of bone. Bend your knees slightly, and then tip the pelvis under, so pull the pubic bone towards your belly button, and then go the other way. So you're arching your back. I'll show you sideways so you can see. You tuck under and you go the other way. Always keep in a range of motion which feels comfortable for you. You should never exercise into pain or discomfort. If you have a bad back, keep within a symptom-free range of motion. That means if it's an ouch, stop doing it. If it just feels like a ooh, that's probably okay. That's just a few muscles lengthening that haven't lengthened in a while. Back to centre, make it smaller, and then have your pelvis level, side to side, level front to back as well. Next, place your feet together. Hands on the top of your knees and stir your ankles. And then stir them the other way. So all these moves are designed to set us up into good posture and prepare the joints for the session. So this is your setup. Come back up. Next we're going to do some spinal openings. So first of all, put your hands in a prayer position. You can soften the knees slightly and then just rotate your body to one side, come back to centre and then the other. So what you're trying to do is keep the hips still, don't let the hips move, and just rotate the spine. The feet are hip distance, and I want you to think about moving the shoulders, try not to move the arms. Back to centre. You stay facing front, I'll turn sideways so you can see what I'm going to do. I want you to take one arm up, and then follow your own thumb to the back of the room. And then just follow the thumb up. So just one arm, the same arm, but I want you to look at the thumb. So this is slightly bigger spinal opening. So if this doesn't feel comfortable, you can go back to the first one. All these done with precision. So look at your own thumb. If that feels okay for you, follow your thumb, turn it into a circle, look up, lift, lift, lift and lift again. Come into a circle. Keep looking at your thumb the whole way through. Lift, lift again. And again, circle. If you hear clunks and clicks, don't worry, that's entirely normal. And come down. You can stay where you are. I'll change sides so you can see the other arm. Shoulder height. Follow the thumb and open. So really focus on opening the shoulder and just looking down your arm to the thumb. Almost as if you're looking down on somebody. When we look down, we just lengthen the neck. When we move through Pilates, we always try and flow, so keep the movement as flowing as possible. Turn it into a circle. Come up, look at the hand, lift, 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 and then come through. You may feel a stretch all the way down the side of your waist into the hips. If you don't feel that, just lift a little bit higher. Lift and come to centre. Take the arms to the front, shoulder height, one arm out, one arm in, and the other side. And when you're ready, just simply follow your hand with your head. So if you've been sat in front of a computer or a laptop or your phone all afternoon or morning, this might feel good. And then come down, roll the shoulders and release. So we moved the spine and rotated it, we'll move it side to side. So first of all, just relax the arms, hands by your side and lean to one side. Now try to imagine you're between two panes of glass. So don't let the shoulders come forwards or lift as you go from side to side. You're just trying to reach your fingers down the side seam of your trousers and just ease out, keeping the shoulder back. If this feels okay for you, you can put your hands here. So this is increasing load. So if you've got a bad back, it tweaks when you do this sort of thing. Just go back to the hands side to side. That's just as effective. Pilates exercises done well at even the most basic level are effective. If this feels fine for you and you want more, you can reach up to the side, but you must lift. You're not going down, you're lifting, so taking your arm as high as you can. Try and reach the ceiling. Reach up. Keep lifting. Feel the stretch all the way down into your hip. Lift. Last one. Come down. So that was the side bends. So we'll start with the feet together, 10 to 2 with the feet, up, back and down. We're going to simply sway forwards and backwards. So the movement goes through the ankle. You don't tip at the waist or the shoulder, you stand tall. So the head is in the middle of the shoulders are over the hips, and the hips are over the ankles. You keep going, I'll turn sideways so you can see. So you sway forwards while keeping your body still. This is waking up the brain because we're trying to stabilise and not fall over. So you go as far as you can. You'll feel your toes grip as you go forwards, and then you'll feel them lighten in the weight in the heels as you go backwards. So this is weight transfer. Now I'd like you to come back to the centre and go side to side. I'll turn to the front, you keep going, so you can see what happens there. So you're side to side. You're not bending the knee, the legs are straight. So the weight goes from one leg into the other. The shoulders stay level. Now turn that into a circle. So you go forwards through the toes, down to the side of the feet, and then to the backs of the feet, and then the other side. So you try and create a circle as big as possible, but while retaining control, which is one of the principles of Pilates. You come back to centre and you go the other way. So you just sway into a circle. Feel the weight through the feet. That's why it's a good idea to exercise in either bare feet. You can keep socks on as long as you're not going to slip on hard floor. If you've got trainers on or shoes, you're not going to feel the sensations through the feet, which are important for balance. Come back to centre and just relax. Next, we'll do a little bit of balance. So if you remember, we did weight transfer with the sway. This time we'll do weight transfer, and we're going to do it with what they call a foot pedal. So if you put your feet together, check you've got hip distance, 10 to 2 with the feet, heels up, back and down, toes forward. So here I want you to hold on to your pelvis and imagine it cannot move at all. Then what I'd like you to do, please, is lift the right heel and put it back down. Did you feel your pelvis move? Lift the left heel, put it back down. So you're trying to keep your body as still as possible. Don't let it move at all. You lift the heel as high as you can and go through the ball of your foot and big toe. So really smooth. When you do this, try not to let the knee collapse in. If it collapses towards the other one, bring it out using the hip muscles. So those are foot pedals. You you can change them, instead of lifting one at a time, into a tiptoe. So you move up onto tiptoe and pedal through the feet. Take a quick look down. Can you keep your kneecap over your second toe as you do this? Because there are some side hip muscles that need to be switched on to do that. So keep the knee over the second toe. Take the hands off the pelvis. Add arms as if you were walking. Forward and back. The spine is still. Just do 2 more. Last one. Next, we're going to do some balance work. We did a little bit of waking up the balance earlier with the sway, so just sway forwards and backwards, just a little bit, just to wake things up again. And place your hands, palms forwards, stand up tall, tuck your tailbone in, pull your tummy in, and then lean forward through your ankles as if you're looking over a cliff. And come back. You might feel a tightness here. Do that again. Back to centre once more. Really challenge your core muscles to keep you upright. Pull the shoulders down, pull the tummy in, lean forwards, lean, 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 lean. Back to centre. Now, place one foot onto the other foot. Doesn't matter which, we're going to do both. So try and get the toes on the toes and the heel on the shin. You're probably finding your ankle is wobbling quite a lot. If you find this impossible, you can put your toes onto the floor, but try to have the heel lifted. Next, arms here. We're just going to simply move our thumbs towards the side of the room and back. So the leg you're standing on is working hard. You can tighten the glutes. This is called dumb waiter. Pull the tummy in. Keep balancing. Great for bone loading, great for leg strength. We're working our balance, we're working our posture as you keep the shoulders down and lift up. Keep going. Arms down. Change legs. So put the other toe onto the other tops of toes. And if you find your wobble, that's good. That is the brain making connections. Put the heel onto the shin. This time take the arms forward and back. Try to look at a spot in front of you that isn't moving. Lift up. Start with the ribs. Start tall. Try and get the ribs away from the hips. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Just move the arms. Try and take the back arm as high as it will go and the front arm no higher than shoulder height. The palms are facing forwards and the thumbs are up. Keep lifting, keep working that leg. Pull the tummy in, it will help you balance. Last one. Down. Find a line in the floor that you can focus on, shoulders back and down. Try, if you can, to put your front heel onto your back toe, look ahead and walk, as if you're walking a tightrope. And I'd like you to be aware of the feet, rolling through the feet as if you're trying to make a footprint in wet sand. Try to be really, really tall. Try not to wobble, though wobbling is good because that's your brain telling you to stay upright. And then you can work backwards. See if you can just simply put the toes behind and do it very slowly. So this time it's toe, ball, heel. Work through the foot. The feet are often neglected. Try and work keeping an eye on the point in front of you. Come back to centre. And then we will just do some sways side to side. And we will work on knee lift. So again, the last balance in this section. Back to centre. Now transfer the weight into one leg. Before you move anything, think about, don't move the foot, but just think about moving the foot, the heel comes off, then the ball of the foot, then the toe, and you're lifting and moving up to stand on one leg with the knee raised. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, now lift the heel. Now lift the toe and ball. Come up to knee height, hold. Keep as still as possible. Toe, ball, heel down. Put the weight into the other leg. Without moving your foot, think about moving the heel, think which muscles will switch on. Then onto the ball, then the toe, then lift. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift the heel, ball of the foot, the toe, and lift up. And down. So if you didn't find that too bad, great, we'll move this on. If so, if you find it a little bit challenging, get a chair and you can just rest your hand on a chair. Otherwise, we're going to put the weight into the other leg. We're going to change them and fancy it up a little bit. So lift up, knee height, arms up. Knee to the side, arms to the side, straighten the leg, lift the ribs. Highland fling. Forwards. Take the leg back, keep tall, keep the back straight and just tip at the hip. Reach and bend the knee slightly. Reach, 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 and come back down. We'll do that on the other leg. Knee up, wide, straighten the leg. We do Highland fling. We go forwards, then take the leg back, tip at the hip, reach forward, soften the standing knee, reach, 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 come back down. Once more, knee up. Side, straighten the leg. Highland fling, lift the top arm as high as you can. Arms forward, legs forward. Tip at the hip. Reach, 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 reach. The more you reach, the more you pull your tummy in, the easier it is. And elegantly come back down. Last one. Knee up. To the side. Straight leg. Highland fling. Forward arm, forward leg. Reach, 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 reach. Reach further. Elegantly down. Roll the shoulders down and back. The next exercise is shoulder squeeze. So take the shoulders up to the ears and drop them down. And again, drop. And once more, drop, good. So what I'd like you to do is to relax the arms to the side, keep the elbows straight and squeeze your shoulders if you were trying to get them on the back of the wall and release. So from the side, it's just the tips of the shoulders. We're trying to squeeze the shoulders backwards and release. So squeeze. This is great at the end of the day. If you've been hunched forward writing or looking at a screen, Try not to arch the back and just squeeze the shoulders. You can take the arms up to shoulder height and squeeze them, keeping the arms completely straight. Just take the shoulders backwards and forwards. This is more tricky because your brain wants to bend the elbows, so try and just move the shoulder blades. Imagine they're two plates just moving across the back. And come down. Roll the shoulders down and back. Place the hands as if you're holding two pillars either side of you. And then imagine you're polishing two pillars and just circle the arms. So while you're doing this, try not to move the body, the head. Try to only move the shoulders. So from the side, the body doesn't move. Keep hip distance with the feet. Now the shoulders will want to raise to the ears. Try very hard to keep the shoulders down. As they get tired, because we're working the small stabiliser muscles, they will want to raise. Can you feel it yet? Go the other way. So it's a small circle, keep the wrists flexed. So this is where you discover how heavy arms are. Keep circling and circling. So in Pilates, we have a saying that nobody seems to think that 10 seconds is a long time. We say that people who think that have never done Pilates. Keep circling, circling, circling. Can you feel it yet? Smile. It's what they call the Pilates smile, fake. It's a grin. And out and hug. And it all goes away. So now we're going to do some squats. I'll stand to the side so you can see what I'm trying to do. And you just follow. So again, feet hip distance apart. And then just take them a little bit wider so they're shoulder distance apart rather than hip distance apart. Stand tall, pull the tummy in, and I want you to put your little fingers where your legs join your body and push back as you take your bottom backwards. This is called a hip hinge. And then you come back. So you take your bottom backwards. The only reason you're bending forward is because you're sending your hips back. And it's important to send them back as far as possible and not too low. There are no prizes for going low. So what I'd like you to not do is just lean over like this with a bent back. That'll strain your back. Or try and bend the knees at the same time. Just the only joint that is moving is the hips. And back to centre. Now stay back with this one. Push the little fingers into the legs, floppy arms. Keep the back straight. Imagine you've got a pole running from the top of your head to your base of your spine. Pull your tummy in. Do not move any other muscle. Your legs are strong, but the arms are relaxed. Bend your knees. Let the arms just go down towards your shins. Come back up. Hitch, hinge, reverse. Bottom behind. Look forward. Bend the knees. Come back up slowly. Reverse. Send your bottom back. Add the arms. Reach forwards. Come back up slowly. Repeat again. Tip at the hip. This is called monkey squat. Come back up slowly. If this is okay, keep going, or take a rest if you need it. Tip at the hip. Floppy arms. Now look at your own knees. Are they coming together? Try and keep them over the second toe. Come up slowly. Tip at the hip, back straight, down you go. You might be feeling your glutes and your legs working a little bit by now. All the weight is through the heels and the balls of the feet. Tip at the hip. Bend the knees. Keep the knees tracking in line with the second toe. And come back up. Last one, tip at the hip. Reach forward, stay there. Pull your tummy in. Lift one heel, put it down. Lift the other heel, put it down. Keep going. And then pedal. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, wait. Come up slowly. And that's monkey squat. So now we're just going to do some gentle stretches. So take your right arm, reach up to the side, bring it down, change arms. Up to the side and down. And just flow through. Now take your right arm to your left hip. Come up as if you're drawing a sword and go down. Change hands. Left hand to right hip, lift up. Reach behind you. Both arms up, ski down, and ski again. Last one. And arms open. And I hope you've enjoyed Level 1 Pilates. Thank you very much for watching.